All right, today we're diving into something pretty wild. We're looking at the source material behind a book that claims to be way more than just a story. In fact, it's described as an actual working spell. So let's unpack what these extraordinary claims are all about.
I mean, think about that for a second. Can just reading a book actually change your reality? It's a pretty out there question, right? But according to the documents we're digging into, this one book claims it can do exactly that. It suggests the simple act of reading can literally bend the world around you, get you a job, and even open up doors to other dimensions. So let's start with the absolute core idea here. According to the source material, this isn't just a book you read for fun. It's presented as something active, something powerful. The book at the center of all this is called The Rise of Kalki Army. And boy, the claims surrounding it are what make it so controversial. The whole idea is that it's not just fiction, not just ink on paper. It's supposed to be a kind of active, almost living document. And it kicks things off with a huge, and I mean huge, prediction that you can actually test. The book makes this massive economic claim that by the end of 2025, India will be completely flooded with jobs. Now, that is a very specific and very bold prophecy to make. But, it's not all about these big, grand prophecies for the future. The claims get way more personal, promising direct, immediate results for you, the reader. And this is where we get into this fascinating idea of a job spell. The source actually calls the book a literal spell, a real-life spell with a very practical purpose to help you find a job. The whole concept is that if you engage with the text in a very specific way, it can trigger a tangible, real-world outcome. So how fast does this thing supposedly work? Well, they're not vague about it. The claim is incredibly precise. According to the source, if you follow the instructions, you can land a job in just 3 days. 3! And apparently, this isn't just some theory they're throwing out there. The source reports that hundreds of readers have actually come forward saying it worked. They claim they found jobs right after reading the book and really felt its effects. So, if it's not just a book, what is it? I mean, how is all this supposed to work? Well, the source material actually tries to explain the mechanics behind it. Yeah, this is the key question, right? If a book can do all this, where does the power come from? Is it some kind of magic? A psychological trick? Well, the source gives a very, very specific answer. At this point, the source pretty much stops calling it a book altogether. Instead, it defines it as a highly sophisticated occult tool. And here's the core idea. Its power isn't fixed, it's dynamic. It supposedly grows stronger with every single person who reads it. And this quote right here, this is the engine that supposedly makes the whole thing run. Its power is collective. So every new reader is essentially adding fuel to the fire, making the spell more potent for everyone else. It's a really fascinating, almost viral kind of mechanism. Okay, so getting a job is one thing, but believe me, the claims escalate dramatically from here. We're about to leave the everyday world behind and dive headfirst into the spiritual and the supernatural. The book is also described as being a kind of gateway. According to the source, more than 300 people have allegedly used it to make contact with a secret modern tantric society, a group that's apparently focused on some very specific and esoteric rituals. And what exactly happens in these secret meetings? Well, the reports are pretty wild. They talk about encounters with specific entities from Hindu folklore, apsaras, which are like celestial spirits, Pisakinis, often described as flesh-eating demons, and yakshinis, a kind of nature spirit. Now, this secret society is supposedly more than just a club. It allegedly has the power to access completely different dimensions. We're talking realms like Pretloka, the world of ghosts, Devloka, the world of the gods, and even Tapaloka, a realm of intense spiritual practice. And the process for doing this is laid out as a really clear path. Step 1, you read the book. That leads you to step 2, contacting the society. From there, you get to step 3, accessing another dimension. And the final step, you summon what they call a superior entity from that other realm. Okay, this might be the most startling claim of all. These encounters aren't described as visions or dreams or anything like that. No, the source insists that these summoned entities show up physically, in human form. And this quote just drives the point home. It's a full sensory experience. You can supposedly feel them, smell them. They're described as being just as real as the person sitting next to you right now. It's pretty mind-bending stuff. So all of this brings up a huge question. Why? Why would anyone go through this complicated, intense process of summoning beings from other dimensions? What is the ultimate goal here? Well, this source material is very, very direct about the reward. And let's be clear, this isn't about achieving some kind of traditional spiritual enlightenment. Nope, it's about gaining tangible, real-world power. And there it is, the final promise. The whole point of summoning these beings is so they can bless you with immense wealth and worldly pleasures. So, it's basically a deal, right? You engage with the supernatural world to get rich and powerful in this one. The claims around the Rise of Kalki Army are just nothing short of extraordinary. They go from economic predictions all the way to physical encounters with supernatural beings. And it leaves us with this one profound question. Is this thing a genuine occult tool, an actual blueprint for a new reality? Or is it just a masterclass in how to create a powerful modern myth? The answer to that? Well, that's something you'll have to decide for yourself.